Okay, my dear Greg Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking Greg, you're go.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow. Hey, great.
I got it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. Howdy. How's it going? You know, you're legally allowed to throw someone's ashes in the ocean, but not their corpse. I'm Greg. He's Tom. It's your Saturday Morning Stateline Show. Good morning, friend.
Good morning.
That's a law, apparently. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have absolutely nothing to say about that.
Okay.
That's
have
funny.
Never done either. It's the second day of April, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been
In the history of mankind.
And you made it. Congratulations. I'm Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, we got a special guest coming up here in just a minute, and we do have a big number of the week that I'm ready to share with you because I want to get this all out of the way right off the beginning of the show. Ooh, big number of the week is this week 12.9 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. 12.9 billion is the big number of the week. And this week's answer is Spotify or Star. Spotify or Star. We'll give you the answer and before the end of the show. In our current Race to 10 challenge, Tom has got a big, huge lead. 9-5 over Joann. No one's ever won doubling up before, so that I can remember anyway. So this could be the first blowout we've had in Race to 10 history on the Saturday Morning Stateline Show. I know people are on the edge of their chairs. They just can't wait to see what's going to happen. Just can't wait to see. Share your answer with the big number of the week on our comments. We would love to have you guess as well. And,
I already got my guess.
All right.
It may change.
I don't drop hints, although maybe I do inadvertently, but I'm not like dropping hints throughout the show. That's not what
my boss with trivia. We'll do the same quiz. He'll send me the quiz and he'll drop hints. He'll be like, okay, let's just say the question is, what are the three colors of the American flag? Red, white, and is it blue or is it green? And then he'll play a Green Day song, or he'll play, Blue Monday by Foreigner or something like that. But you never know if he's gonna, like, wait a minute. Now, if you don't know the colors are red, white, and blue, you probably shouldn't be playing trivia. But it was just an example. But he'll do that, and he'll confuse the heck out of people. Doesn't confuse me anymore because I knew he does that. I don't pay attention. So when I am playing his trivia, like on the championships or something, because I can't during the week because I'm doing quizzes when he's doing quizzes. We're like, guys, don't be sucked in. It may not be that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Anyway, so when I do trivia, I tell people, I say, I don't trick you. I will give you hints. For instance, what is this particular drink made of? It's this, and that. And so I played Escape, the Pina Colada song. Well, if you're paying attention, you'll know the answer is Pina Colada. By the way, what it is it's the official drink of Puerto Rico.
The official drink of the whole entire country, Puerto Rico.
I guess so. I don't know, and I don't care. And as God is my witness, I have never had a Pina Colada.
Really?
I've never had a margarita. No, for the most part, I don't drink. I might have a beer once in a while, but I don't remember the last time I had a beer. I don't remember.
I gave up my man card, years ago. So I grew up in Wisconsin, but I don't like beer. And I told this story on the show before, I think. The first time I ever got, the first and really only time I ever got drunk was off of Stroh's.
Stroh's. Alex, two cold Stroh's. I remember that.
Well, I had probably 10 of them, and I was a teenager, and it just tore me to shreds. And I was like, never again. The next morning, I was like on my phone with my dad, and I was like, Dad, this is what happened. This is never going to happen again because I hate that feeling. I feel terrible. I feel like I'm going to die. And that cured me of the beer taste pretty much, I think, for the rest of my life. Although if the only thing that's available is a cold beer, I can handle a cold beer with the guys, but
Sure.
one. That's it.
Yeah. I had a really bad experience with alcohol. It was Southern Comfort. Don't ask me why. And I was underage. I was 20. We were going to a basketball game, and I had some in a bottle, and I was, for some stupid reason, I don't know, I was just exercising my wings or whatever they call it.
Right.
So alcohol is, I can't do any kind of alcohol. I don't want to. I don't like it. But beer I can do. Now, you and I, full disclosure here, we went to watch the Packer game. It was a Packer Detroit game. They lost. That was just horrible.
Yeah,
What did I have? I think I had a Bloody Mary because I hadn't had one in 20 years, 25 years. I can handle something like that unless there's a lot of alcohol. I simply can't do alcohol. But it was awful. Not even going to say where it was. It was like somebody peed in a glass and then threw tomato juice in there. It was the worst thing I've tasted ever.
Yeah.
And maybe they threw too much Tabasco in. I don't know. It was awful. 2 sips and I was like, no.
I like a good strawberry margarita, strawberry daiquiri. You know, I'm okay with a pina colada, but it's not what I order or anything like that. But yeah, it's otherwise I do enjoy like an apple ale. You know, like the Wicked Grove stuff.
Sure, yeah.
One or two of those, I'm good to go, and that's it. I don't know more.
I think the last time it was the Packer Buffalo game, you and I went to watch it at, I think it was Oscars or whatever, and I think I had one of those there.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, I'll try that.
I don't think I liked it enough to where, you know, what the heck? See, I don't consider myself, I don't want to tell everybody, nope, I don't drink. I, for the most part, don't. I don't. But that doesn't mean that I can't every once in a while have a beer, have whatever that Wicked Ale, whatever you called it, or maybe a glass of champagne. No, I hate champagne. I won't ever drink champagne.
No, I don't.
I'll do the sparkling something. I'll pour water in my glass and toast at the wedding with them. So, but anyway.
Well, hey, we got a bunch of shout outs this week before we get to our guest. I want to shout out to our team at Team Sold on Tony and Keller Williams Realty. We had 2 major, like, nationwide free educational events this week out of our office that the company put on. One was very specific to working with buyers, which is of course what I do full time, and then the other was just a nationwide kind of a prep for the shift in the market, because the market is shifting, the real estate market is shifting, and so the company wide is saying, hey, here's a free event to spend a couple hours with Jason Abrams, one of our presidents, who's an amazing speaker and presenter. He did a TV show, I think on HGTV years back. But anyway, he presented a bunch of stuff, kind of preparing us for the market. It was awesome. So kudos to Keller Williams again for being such an awesome educational resource to its agents. And if anyone's thinking about becoming a realtor, you definitely want to, let me know, because I can hook you up with something that's going to be very, very helpful to the future of your potential career there. Sure. Jason Abrams. Couple of podcasts this week that I want to promote on our podcast here. One is Mike Rowe again. Mike Rowe had Dave Ramsey on his show recently. An excellent presentation about Dave Ramsey's company's movie that they put out. We talked about that on the show when they put it out. They caught up with Mike Rowe and talked about that. And our good buddy Scott Bertram.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard his show Political Beats yet, Tom?
I have not.
Write it down right now. Write it down, because you want to do this.
Okay.
Scott Bertram hosts a show called Political Beats, and the show is talking to politicians, not about politics, but about their favorite artist. And he had someone on from National. He's on National Review. He had someone on a week or two ago talking about John Cougar Mellencamp, Johnny Mellencamp, Johnny Cougar, whatever you want to call him. Great discussion about the history of John Mellencamp's career arc and his history. And I listened to the whole thing. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes long. Awesome summary of the career of John Mellencamp and his music. And I was like, man, I got to listen to this show more often, because you got cat butt in your camera, dude.
I know. She won't leave me alone. She was outside the door scratching and going, meow, meow, meow. I'm about to put her back out. But.
So anyway, if you do a search for Scott Bertram, it's SCOTBERTRAM. He only uses one T in Scott. Scott Bertram, Political Beats.
And if
Highly,
you're not
highly
familiar
recommend.
with Scott, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
He is truly one of my better friends. I have not talked to him in a while. It's been a couple of years. I should probably give him a call.
He is a pro. Want to shout out a couple more things. Coronado Performing Arts Center hosted Waitress, the musical, last weekend. We took our daughter there. That was her birthday present in March. And the production was flawless. It was so good. If you get a chance to see the Waitress touring musical again somewhere, highly, highly recommend. Also, had a great meal down at Semino's in Winnebago again. Every chance I get to go to Winnebago, I'm popping in at Semino's for a meal. That place,
Good pizza, yeah. Really
so,
good pizza.
So good. Congratulations to InCrowd on an awesome InCrowd event at Dr. Chris's office, Elevated Health, this past Thursday. Huge turnout, great presentation. Kudos all around for him and his wife and the team there that put that on. And one more congratulations and kudos to the Tom Trivia team, the champions last weekend. How did that go, man?
Oh, goodness. I'm so glad you did that because I was going to tell you, hey, I got a shout out.
Yes.
Okay, first and foremost, we play trivia 2 times a year at this Riverside Community Church. It's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful campus right there on the Rock River. So it literally is Riverside. And it's on North 2nd, just north of Windsor, kind of kitty corner across the street from Ambrose Christmas Store. If you go across the street, wonderful event. And here's what it is. It's a fundraiser and they're raising funds for kids ministries to go down to Arizona, northeastern Arizona, and rebuild houses and everything for Native American tribes. It's an incredible ministry. They go down there and they rebuild houses. They build houses. They do whatever needs to, some of them live in huts and whatever. So they're rebuilding them as a ministry. And it's a wonderful thing that they do. But the trivia itself is fun. It is handled by Randy Roof. Randy Roof, if you remember, used to write for the paper here. Mm-hmm. He was the sports editor for the paper. And he also worked on our competition when we were in radio at 1330 WNTA. They're a sports station. They don't do a lot of local stuff anymore, very little local stuff. So Randy kind of now has another thing going on. I think he works for another paper. Anyway, Randy does that. He's a member of that church. He does that. And the reason I knew about it it's my mother-in-law's church. And so we've been doing it for the last 3 or 4 times. COVID hit, so we missed the last 2 times, which encompassed an entire year. So we've missed a little bit. And now we're back. And and it's so fun. And the audio round was cool. What he had was you had to guess the number of the song.
Okay.
One of the songs, da na 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 na. You know the song. It's Wicked Wilson Pickett.
Wilson Pickett, Land of 10,000 Dances or whatever.
You're close. Take off one of those. Take off 9 of them.
Land of 1,000 Dances.
Land of 1,000 Dances. And then what you had to do is you had to guess the song. Didn't matter about the song. You had to guess the number, and then you add up all your numbers. And if you come up with the right number at the end, you win 3 extra points.
Oh,
it was an awesome idea. One of them was, "Hit me, baby, one more time." That was easy. That's Britney Spears.
Yeah,
it didn't matter again who it was. We sailed through the first 9 until we got to a Dave Brubeck song. It's an instrumental.
Oh, whoa, Dave Brubeck. Jazz number 9, something like that.
No, but it was and we thought we just put 12 because we figured maybe we just grabbed the number that we thought, and we ended up with 1,199. The answer was 1,192. So we didn't miss any of them, but we did miss Take 5. Take 5 is what it was.
5. Yeah, Dave Brubeck.
And what they do, this is really cool. They give you can buy 2 mulligans, 2 little smiley faces. If you don't know an answer, you can use those in 2 different areas. So we used it for that one, and then we put our number in, hoping we could, So we still ended up getting 10 points in the round.
We're gonna bring Shane in here before we get too deep.
Oh yeah. No, we're good. That's basically it. We're good.
Congratulations, Team Tom.
Yeah. Awesome. So I was just gonna say, if anybody wants to maybe do trivia, contact Riverside Community Church on North 2nd, and they'll steer you in the right direction. The next one will come up probably in September.
Awesome.
We'll talk about it.
Shane Theiss, is on the line. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Awesome. You've been involved with the Rockford, or I should say, Loves Park Ski Bronx, as Steve Kling likes to say.
Yeah.
The Loves Park Ski Bronx off and on for a while now. When did you get started with Ski Bronx?
Oh, geez. I officially started back in 91.
Okay.
Right after we won nationals. Was with the team till, I don't know, 95, 96, something like that. Met a girl, bought a house with a white picket fence, all the typical stuff. Moved to North Carolina, played around down there for a few years, came back and ran into Steve one night, and he's like, "Hey, you coming back?" And I looked at my wife, and Steve looked at my wife and said, "Is he coming back?" And I've been back ever since. So it's been, I think this is the 7th or 8th year I've been back. So.
All right. Well, it's and the sad part of it, Shane, is you missed the 3 years I was part of the team, but I'll forgive you for that. We did okay. It was a couple of rebuilding years, and then things really kind of fell off the map for a couple of. There was the Ski Bronx were on the brink of like folding for a little bit there because the membership really fell off the table for a bit. But you guys have brought it back pretty strong. A lot of young skiers, and you're probably by age probably the youngest team that performed in the last couple of events, the nationals and regionals and stuff, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I think our youngest skier right now is 6. So average age is probably 17, maybe, if you go on average. There's a couple old guys like me that still strap on the skis once in a while. But, for the most part, it's that, 10 to 12-year-old to 18, 19-year-old, core that's really leading the team right now.
That's awesome. Well, what's in store for the Ski Bronx here in 2022?
Oh man, we've got so much stuff going on right now. It's really pretty exciting. We've made an announcement back in January where the state is investing $800,000 into the renovation of Shorewood Park. So that's huge for us. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I think our latest revision was done in like 1986 or something like that. So it's been quite some time. So we're excited about that. Obviously, membership is, driving still. We're welcoming new members all the time. We've got probably, 6 new people signed up this year so far, which, doesn't sound like a lot, but 6 people is a whole pyramid, if you really think about it. So,
right.
We've got that going. We host D1 Nationals this year at Shorewood, which is the first weekend in August. I think it's August 9th, 10th, and 11th, whatever that weekend is. I don't remember the exact date. And then, we're back on the road show circuit. We're taking the show on the road, which is exciting. Last couple of years, we've done a show down in Sterling, Rock Falls area for an event they do down there. And this year we're expanding that. We're doing our Sterling show, and then we're going back to Candlewick Lake for the first time in a long time to help them celebrate their 50th anniversary.
Yeah, I've heard stories of going to Candlewick Lake before, and we never did that when I was part of the team. So that's pretty awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah.
See if I can share this here real quick. Why aren't we sharing? Are you seeing what I'm trying to do a screen share, and I can't tell if it's being broadcast or not. I don't know why it's not there. Screen share. Oh, I know why, because I need to turn your screen there. All right. If I do this and then I turn that off. Anyway, there we go. So have practices already begun for this season?
Yeah, we've been doing some indoor practices. You made a joke earlier about Steve always saying it's Loves Park, and it really is. we've partnered with Loves Park over the last year. I mean, we've been a partner with Loves Park for a long time, but we really rebranded the team in the last year as the Loves Park Ski Broncs. So we're fortunate that with that comes some perks. I mean, we get, pretty much access to the gym at Loves Park City Hall, some meeting rooms and stuff. So we've been hosting, practices, indoor practices, building some pyramids, doing some doubles and, the dances for like ballet line and stuff like that. But, we've had, I think, 4 or 5 of those so far. So it's been going really well.
I'm sure there, for the layman or whatever that wondered if what happens as far as skiing, you just jump on the water and start making stuff up. There's a lot that goes into this performing before you even get to the water.
Yeah.
And to build the pyramids and to do some of those doubles stunts and stuff, it's hard enough to do on solid ground, let alone out on the water. So practicing it on the solid ground is probably a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, it truly is a year-round process. I mean, we perform from Memorial Day to Labor Day, but as soon as our last show is over, we're in gear to, start the next year with, the new show directors, the new board members, getting the theme going. And then, we kind of take November and December off, for the holidays. And then, usually around the second week of January, we start, doing the theme production meetings and then get back inside and doing the indoor practices.
Okay. Well, I wasn't planning on asking you this, but now that you brought it up, can you spill the beans a little bit on what the 2022 theme is going to be?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty despicable ski show, really. I mean, we joke around, we were having a meeting yesterday or the day before, kind of running through the theme. It's going to be based on Despicable Me. So,
awesome.
It's
up his alley.
Yeah. It's, so we'll have all the crowd favorites, the Minions and all the characters. And, you'll see me, I get to play El Macho this year. So they keep telling me they're putting me in a wrestling singlet. And I said, nobody needs to see that. So,
Well, I met a guy recently who looks a lot like a young Gru. So, but he's busy for the summer. Otherwise, I'd direct him your way. But he's busy at Starlight this summer. So, as far as everything goes, for those who just want to take advantage of seeing the free show during the summertime, what can people expect, and what times, and where do people go? All that stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, we perform, like I said, every Wednesday and Friday night at 7:00 at Shorewood Park. We'll put on a Despicable Ski Show. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very crowd interactive. We'll have obviously all the characters from the movie. We'll have the Minions. They'll be making an appearance or two. We'll have our concession stand will be fully stocked and ready. So obviously bring the family out and have a picnic and, enjoy a free ski show along the banks of the Rock River.
Nice. Tom, did you get bumped off when I shared the screen? Is that what happened?
No. Grandkids are here. They're streaming something in the other room, and my connection was lost. Okay. So I texted my wife. I said, can you have the boys do something other than stream TV when I'm doing this? So
I want to share the Facebook page really quick here for Ski Broncs. Ski Broncs Water Ski Show Team, Loves Park, Illinois. And you can hopefully see, will it bring up just the map for us?
It should.
Oh, it's just going to bring up this huge, there you go. There's Sherwood Park. Nice. Get rid of that. See the map. Oh, no, get rid of that too. There we go. So North 2nd Street, Park Lanes, Papa John's Pizza. Back there behind there is Shorewood Park. You're basically, most people when they're come down or going up or down North 2nd Street, they're turning on Pearl Avenue and then going down Evelyn Avenue into Shorewood Park, and the show all takes place right across the banks from the Rockford Country Club, which every 4th of July for a number of years, you've been able to watch a ski show at Shorewood Park and then watch fireworks at the country club, just sitting there in the bleachers at Shorewood Park.
The best place to watch fireworks.
It's a great place to watch fireworks. So Anyway, well, hey, skibronx.com again is the place to go. Any other info you want to share before we let you go, Shane?
No, just come out and see us. And, if you've got kids or even, whole families, come out and, be a part of the team. We've got really something for everybody, from, putting the kids in skis, even dads and moms are still skiing, to, being a spotter in one of our boats, or, maybe you just want to work in the concession stand on Wednesday and Friday nights. We've really got something for everybody in the family.
I'm still putting in my bid to be top of the pyramid. You think that's doable?
If I'm on the bottom, we'll make it happen.
He's only 6'2", and what are you, 200?
6'3", 265, baby.
That's what you want at the top of the pyramid.
Sure.
Hey,
all right,
I know
maybe I'll be on the bottom then.
People are going to ask, Shane, obviously, when you join a group like this, there's a lot of costs involved. Is there like a membership type fee or something that people need to pay to be a part of the team?
There is. I mean, it's minimal, when you really think about the impact that you get out of it and the return you get out of it. I mean, we charge a membership fee, and that's, basically helps us with, costumes and, the wetsuits and the equipment and stuff.
Insurance, right?
Yeah. But, realistically, I mean, the leadership skills that the kids are getting, the teamwork skills that, the whole family's getting, and the, the tie of the family togetherness and some real quality time together is, it's priceless. So, the membership fee is minimal.
Awesome. Well, hey, I really appreciate all that you do, and I'm so impressed by how you guys have built this team back up again and brought it back from the edge. So,
yeah, thank you.
Looking forward to seeing a Despicable Ski show all summer long, Wednesdays and Friday nights.
Yep.
Absolutely free all summer long, and then you guys are hosting the big tournament this year too.
Yep. You were talking about beer and drinks earlier, and I like to say we have the best beer tent in show skiing. Janesville will disagree, but it's a little fun banter we have back and forth. So
the Janesville Rock Aqua Jays. Hey, is there any chance that you could get some ESPN coverage out of this?
There's always a chance. I mean, back when I started, we were on ESPN every year. That's
what I'm. Yeah, exactly.
That was my claim to fame when I was a kid. Was I was on ESPN. But they've kind of gotten away from it. A lot of the, I call them secondary sports shows, like the Red Bull TV and I think Chive TV and, some of these internet based that you see at like Buffalo Wild Wings, they'll every once in a while you'll see something pop up on those. But, most of the time it's streamed online, with, YouTube or, whatever the platform is. USA Water Ski hosts, the tournament every year, and they do a live stream of all the tournaments. And we've done some live stream shows too for folks that, can't make it out, and that's kind of changed the game a little bit for us, but it's a lot of fun to do.
The Ocho, where's the Ocho? ESPN,
yeah.
The Ocho.
That's right. Hey, they cover dodgeball, then they can cover Ski Bronx. Come on now.
Yeah, if they cover in cornhole and dodgeball and some curling, show skiing should be on every week.
Absolutely.
Bring back hot summer nights.
That's great.
Awesome. Well, Shane, thanks so much for your time, and looking forward to seeing the show this summer.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me.
All right.
There's Shane Theiss of the Loves Park Ski Bronx. You don't want to miss the awesome show that is the Rockford Ski Bronx. Rockford Loves Park Ski Bronx. He's right. They got this grant, and they recently added better bleachers. A couple years ago, they added better bleachers, and now they're going to do a whole remodel of the park there, which is really improving things for walkers and bikers and the team. And it's going to be really, really excited to see what they do out there. So awesome. Let's bring in Joann and share some SMS info for the week. What do you say? Good morning to you, Joann. Can you hear us? There she is.
Am I on? I don't know.
Hey, there you are. Good morning to you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I didn't even press anything. I got on by myself.
Woohoo!
Nice.
She's got it.
Becoming tech savvy. That's good.
No, I don't know what I did.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's SMS info time, and I'm still playing around with graphics to see how I want to do this. So you want to do that? There we go. Let's try this. Then you can see a little SMS thing down in the background. Okay, we'll do this for the minute. I already did some shout outs. GoRockford.com. Rockford Buzz, by the way. Rockford Buzz has their newly updated app and they've redesigned it, and it's very cool. It's still kind of a combination between like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. It's just a really interesting layout that they have at Rockford Buzz. Check out all things Rockford Buzz. Welcome to the Neighborhood Carnival is taking place today, guys, from 10 to 2 at Bayer Stadium. That's 245 15th Avenue in Rockford. Fun food, fellowship activities, including inflatables if the weather permits, which it's going to be colder today, but we'll see how the weather holds out. Rockford University is sponsoring this, along with Rockford Park District. They are welcoming the International Women's Baseball Center to the community. Neighborhood Carnival today, 10 to 2 at Bayer Stadium, 15th Avenue in Rockford. Also something to do today at Windsor Pizza Parlor, their comedy night tonight at 8 o'clock. It's a free show. Windsor Pizza Parlor on Windsor Road in Loves Park. They've got 4 comedians taking the stage, including Rockford's own Kevin Haas, and from the X, Kevin Wood. Should be a funny evening there. The NFL, according to ESPN, the NFL has the owners have approved a rule proposal to change overtime rules. And again, this is going to really tick off Joann, so I'm not sure if I have to turn off her camera here in a second when she starts getting verbal and I'm thinking about the NFL. Overtime rules change. Both teams will have a possession in the playoffs, but not during the regular season necessarily. The team that gets the ball first in the regular season overtime, if they score a touchdown, they win and the game's over. Tom's not real happy with this, are you?
Well, I'm glad at least they're doing it for the playoffs because that's when it really counts. But if you're going to do it for the playoffs, why not just do it for the regular season? What is the difference? Why would you? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense. Because if you say, well, the rule should be changed so that each team has a fair shake at winning or at least touching the ball, but we don't care about during the regular season. Never mind the fact that it's fair for everyone. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't get it either. The current rule basically is in overtime, if the first team to get the ball kicks a field goal, the other team gets a chance to score. But if the first team that gets the ball gets a touchdown, the game's over.
Yeah, and in this very, very quarterback-centric league where it's offense heavy and defense can't do anything, you can boom, 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 march right down the field. If you've got a Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, maybe even a Ryan Tannehill, somebody who's very good with possession football, you're going to win that game most of the time because you're going to go down and score your touchdown. And if you've got a really good defense and you kick the field goal, you know, but at least the other team had a chance. Here's my proposal. Every team gets it one time. You score a touchdown, we score a touchdown. Now you go into phase 2 of overtime. You score a field goal, we score a field goal, same thing, phase 2. And phase 2 is your kicker goes out there and attempts a 25-yard field goal, then a 35, then a 45, then a 55.
That would be kind of almost soccer style, you know,
almost.
Kickoff.
And if yeah, exactly. And then if nobody gets it after the 4th try, tie ball game. And then in the playoffs, of course, you just keep going.
Well, here's something to keep in mind, everybody, too. Do you know the starting next season, the XFL's coming back, and they're going to do things different.
That starts this month. Oh, the XFL. XFL. No, I'm sorry. The USFL starts in 2 weeks or 1 week. It's either this weekend, next week, something like that. I haven't followed it, but
they're going to be playing with some other rules. Watch what they do, and we'll see if the NFL doesn't tweak a little bit to make things a little more.
I'm going to ask a stupid question. How did they decide who gets the first try?
Well, it's coin flip.
Yeah. Coin flip? So if you win the flip, usually you'll win the game.
Well, it's like 60% of the time, the team that gets the ball first wins the game.
Yeah.
And that's, 6 out of 10.
I think they should just let the game end in a tie.
Well, you can't do that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, you can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, there has to be a winner in the playoffs.
And that's why they're doing this. They don't want to prolong the game.
Flip a coin and decide who wins them.
That's what the complaint is.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
That's a whole different game. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes here for the next NFL season and what the USFL and XFL do with overtime rules, because they'll do something different. All right. Here's the randoms for this week. Let's see if I can't catch you catch your brain. Random stuff. Scientists are saying that our reliance on GPS is harming our brain's ability to navigate.
I would agree with that.
Oh, me too.
I do use GPS a whole lot when showing homes, and it's totally different from what I used to do when I first started. I would always, 8-9 years ago, I was printing a map and planning out my route, and I had a paper map saying, "Oh, here I'm
But
going
every
first."
once in a while, I think the GPS sends you on a random, crazy way just to make you think.
Yes. And for a while, Google Maps, I would punch in the address, and then it would change. It would like forget the number of the house I was looking for. It would get me to the right street, but it would take me to a different number. And it's like, I'm apologizing to clients. I'm like,
we had one time we were using our GPS. The GPS had us go off the highway, drive through a random country road, and then get on the next entrance to the highway. And it was like, why are we doing this? And we followed it, but it was like crazy.
My first real experience with GPS maps, I was going to Austin, Texas for a radio internet radio conference thing. And my connecting flight was in Houston. So I got to Houston, and because we were delayed in Chicago before we left, I missed my connecting flight to Austin. And I did not want to, it was only a one-day conference, and I didn't want to miss a single minute of it. So I rented a car in Houston to drive to Austin. And they gave me the little GPS thingy to use. I think it was a Garmin. And when it got me to Austin, it got me on this off-ramp where I had to go around, and then I got off and then went back around again. And it was like, I got stuck in a loop.
Wow.
And I'm like, what's going on? Finally, they figured out which off-ramp I was supposed to get on, but that was very frustrating. And anyway, reliance on GPS might be harming our brain's ability to navigate. Careful about that.
Well, not only one thing real quick. How many times have you heard somebody ran into the river because the GPS told them, keep going on this, keep going.
Turn left now.
You have to be smarter than the GPS. You have to throw in some common sense and go, I don't think this thing knows what it's doing.
Exactly.
You can't just follow it blindly. Some of it has to be good old-fashioned brain power. So I agree with that.
A lot of their kids.
Yeah.
Hey, in February, there was a record 5 million more job openings in the United States than the number of available workers. So basically, in all right now, there's 1.8 jobs for every unemployed person in the U.S. If you're not working right now and you want to, it's on you.
That's right. There's
plenty of work.
And if a restaurant has to close because they can't find anybody to wash dishes or serve or cook or whatever, well, that's really sad. And I don't get it. Why?
The average adult today has 90 online accounts. 90. And I think I have probably that many. 1 in 4 people use a single password for most of their accounts. If you're doing that, that's probably a bad idea.
I can't remember my passwords. I have a couple that I go between.
Yeah.
They say don't use your animals, don't use the same one. Well, too bad. It's the only thing I can remember. So, my cat Psycho here, she's not one of my passwords, so don't try and hack me. That would be funny. Psycho is my password.
Speaking of record numbers, avocado prices have jumped to a 24-year high due to lower supplies from Mexico. Mexico is the world's biggest avocado exporter. That's sad for us guacamole lovers. And President John F. Kennedy, did you know this? He ate his lunch in bed and regularly settled in for a nap most every day. He was a napper, even at his younger age as president. That was his thing. And Reagan, of course, got derided for taking naps when he was president.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Of course.
All right, last thing before
Kennedy was also the youngest president ever to leave office. Obviously, he left because he was shot to death, but youngest president ever to leave office.
Because was he 50?
Oh, no. I believe he was 40.
I forget how old he was.
42. He was 45, I believe.
Okay.
Because he was 42 or 43 when he took office.
Very sad, but yeah, he was a great president for the short time he was there. All right, here we go. This is gonna. I want to get your reaction to these because this is fun stuff. Ladies' Home Journal has been around for such a long time. Back in the year 1900, the Ladies' Home Journal made these predictions. This isn't an April Fool's joke, by the way. That was yesterday. This is April 2nd.
Today.
This is real. In 1900, the Ladies' Home Journal predicted that Mexico would ask to join the United States. We got an open border now, so I guess they've joined us, right?
Yeah. About 10,000 have joined us in the last couple of months.
You're right. The letters C, X, and Q would be removed from the alphabet.
Really?
Apparently, they felt that they were not needed. So C, X, and Q would be removed.
I can't understand that.
The language, the Russian language, would become America's second language. Apparently, there were communists working at the Ladies' Home Journal back in the year 1900. They also predicted that everyone would be walking 10 miles a day, which back then maybe they did, but these days we're not walking 10 miles a day. Joanne's doing that every week, though.
I try.
You try.
10 miles a day for what? To go to work? To go...
Just to do their normal days activities.
While you're working, if you're back and forth walking from the refrigerator to the living room.
I don't understand that statement. Okay.
I don't either. And then the last thing, which this intrigues me, the Ladies' Home Journal in the year 1900 predicted that strawberries would be as large as apples. What happened there? Bring on the apple-sized strawberries.
No,
I want to see
they meant to put crab in front of it. Strawberries.
But they made apples kind of. Apples are kind of big. I mean, apples have gotten bigger.
Yeah.
To say, maybe we should make apples smaller so they're the same size as strawberries.
Well, what's the largest strawberry these days? The largest strawberry isn't anywhere near as big as any kind of the smallest apples.
No.
It never happened. I'm not sure what the Ladies' Home Journal was thinking back in the year 1900, but we did not get rid of the letters C, X, and Q, and Russian is not our second language in America. It's got to be Spanish. That's right. All right.
By the way, Kennedy was 46 when he died. Born in 17, died in 63, 46. So,
well,
63.
He did. What I
1963 at the age of 46.
I heard you. I heard 62.
Well, are we? Do we want to take a quick tour of Paws this week, Joanne? We got some newbies to check in. Got some newbies to check in on this week.
I always forget how to do it. You do know that.
Being tech savvy doesn't happen overnight. It's a process.
By
this time next year, maybe.
She hit the mirror portion of the. There we go. There we go. Now we are.
You guys just mess with me too much.
Well, I don't think enough, but
Okay, look, here's Max. He's talking to us.
Look at that.
They always think I'm going to feed them, so then they get down. This is Max. Here's Kira taking a rest. We're trying to get out of the reflection. It's kind of hard when we... Here's one of our volunteers. Well, actually, she's a board member with Simba.
Aww. Adorable.
Cute cat. Here's our adoptions for this. It's only April 1st, or April 2nd. I think we have quite a few dogs coming in for adoption today. Saturday tends to be our busy adoption day. I wanted to show you these cats in here. More volunteers working, keeping our... This cat tickled my fancy with her face. I don't know if you can see her. Now she's busy eating. And And this one's busy playing. There. Some of our younger cats. Yeah. Let me go. Oh, there she comes. She's just got such a unique face.
Huh? Oh, it's a fake mouse.
And then we go up this way and nobody's looking interesting today. They seem to be sleeping. Another bonded pair. Yeah, usually Saturday is our big day for dog adoptions.
We're sharing Rocky on our page right now, Joann.
What?
We're sharing Rocky on our page right now.
Rocky's one of our dogs that we've had for a while, so kind of wanted to feature him.
What is Zep?
Check out our. Whoops! There we go.
What is what?
Getting Rocky.
I don't know that blue
Zep?
and yellow thing. It said Zep, Z-E-P or something.
Oh, that's what I'm
On your
using to. That's what I'm using to prop my iPad against.
Oh, okay.
Because it needs to be. My iPad needs to be up and down. I don't know how to describe it.
Is it hair gel?
No, it's a. Oh my goodness! It's a streak-free glass cleaner.
Oh, there you go.
For inquiring minds.
Yes.
Am I now? I'm trying to see. Now I mirrored myself. Sorry, I couldn't resist mirroring myself.
Good morning to Chris this morning, watching us on YouTube. Had a bunch of viewers on earlier.
Oh, I wanted to mention we do have a date for our golf outing, July 25th. And we're going to go, I don't know the golf course, but I think it's in a Rockton one this time. But write it down. And then exciting is next Sunday, we're doing Pucks for Paws, which is April 10th. And we will have some adoptable dogs at the Ice Hogs game. Do they call it a game? Ice Hogs game.
Yeah.
And we haven't done that for a few years, and it's kind of fun. They usually take a couple of dogs. I got to ride one year on the Hamboni. Is that the right?
They call it the Hamboni.
Oh, the Hamboni.
That was like one of my bucket list things. I want to ride on the Hamboni, so I was excited. And if you remember Jorge, he also rode with me. So at one time, Jorge was adoptable. He got adopted by me.
Yeah, Jorge with the hood ornament up there on the front, looking all around.
Yeah, Jorge and another adoptable dog. Somewhere I tried to find it. There was a picture of me on the, if you could use a binocular, but that was one of my bucket lists. I always wanted to ride on the Hamboni, so I did do it.
They make the Ice Hogs game so much fun every time. If you haven't been to an Ice Hogs game yet, you need to get out there and enjoy the fun.
I had one year that one of my friends is a season ticket pass, and I got to be in that special area. Behind it was fun.
VIP. You were the VIP.
VIP, and they feed you, and it's kind of exciting. Like, woo! They had sold tickets. We had bought tickets, and they had sold our tickets twice.
Okay.
They had made a mistake, and we were ticketless, so they had gave us to the VIP area.
Nice. Thank you, Ice Hogs.
Nice.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so sign Greg and I up for golfing.
I think that's going to happen. I really do.
July 25th. What are we looking at?
We've got a big number of the week this week, and the big number is, get rid of this.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
12.9 billion. I wanted to get it on the screen before I said it. There we go.
Oh.
12.9 billion is the big number of the week. And the answer, as you can see there, it's Spotify or Star. Spotify or Star in our current race to 10. Tom is way up
Tom
there.
Really close.
Yes, this could be a winning week right now in our race to 10 challenge. It's a 9-5 is the current score.
Oh,
all
Tom.
right. Let's get your answers now. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Spotify.
Oh, you
Okay,
both
I
went
don't know.
for
It's on there
Spotify.
somewhere.
Okay. All right. So in the year 2021, last year, there were 1,040 artists on Spotify who earned $1 million or more in royalties. Over 1,000 artists earned $1 million or more. That's up from 860 in 2020. No, you didn't. No scoring this week. 0 scores. It's still going to be 9-5. There were 130 artists who made over $5 million on Spotify last year. 238,000 songs got over 1 million streams on Spotify last year. So that's a bunch of stats that came in from Spotify. The Hubble Space
And Joe
Telescope.
Rogan made 12 million last year on Spotify, right? Okay, never mind.
Did you know, from what I understand, his deal is actually worth more like 200 million potentially. It's $100 million for sure, but it's worth potentially $200 million. The Hubble Space Telescope is our big number of the week this week. It recently took a picture of the most distant star ever seen, called Earendel. 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 And it's Old English for morning star. Earendel is 12.9 billion light years away from Earth.
Wow.
And here's the crazy part of this. Earendel star is 50 times bigger than our sun.
Wow.
What? That's wild. So our current race to 10 stays at 9-5. Tom's still with the big lead.
Another week to try to beat me.
I was so hungry for breakfast next week. Man.
Sorry, Charlie. Try it again. All right. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thanks to Shane Theiss for joining us from the Ski Bronx. Check out their Facebook page. Follow them there and enjoy one of their free shows this summer. Better yet, join the team. Check out joining the team. Ask them about it. DM them, direct message them on Facebook.
And if you can't join the team, feel free to donate a little bit of cash if you can.
You know what? All those boats run on gas, and then it's not free, so they could really use your help.
They have an awesome show, so attend.
They sure do.
Yep.
Well, remember, friends, you change the world when you help one person, so be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same. Meet you back here next week for another Saturday morning Stateline show, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.